Have you ever wondered what life would be like if money never existed? Picture a world where barter systems take the place of banknotes and coins. Our ancestors traded goods and services directly, without a universal medium of exchange. From the exchange of shells in ancient China to the trade of cattle in Africa, these systems of trade were as diverse as the cultures they came from. Now, let's dive deeper into how everyday life would change. Picture your daily routine, but without any money involved. Imagine waking up and needing breakfast. But instead of popping to the store, you have to find someone who has food and wants something you can offer in return. Perhaps you have a skill they need, or an item they desire. Next, think about your clothing. To get new clothes, you'd need to find a weaver or tailor who wants something you have. And your home? You'd need to trade with a builder, offering something of equivalent value to the time, effort, and resources they'd put into your shelter. But here's the catch: how do you determine equivalent value without a common measure? And what about storing wealth? If your wealth is in goods or services, it's not so easy to stockpile. And let's not forget the time and effort to find suitable barter partners. It's a full-time job in itself. Clearly, bartering isn't as simple as swiping a card. How would cities and nations develop economically without the concept of money? Now, that's a question that spins the wheels of thought. Imagine a world where large-scale trade relies solely on barter. It's a bit like playing a game of chess where every piece has a different value to each player. The efficiency of trade would take a major blow, slowing the pace of economic growth to a crawl. An apple for a pair of shoes, a horse for a cart of grain. The complexity of determining equivalent values would make every transaction a negotiation, a tug-of-war that could hinder the easy flow of goods and services. Now let's consider infrastructure development and public services. Without a standard measure of value, how would we fund the construction of roads, schools, hospitals? These are projects that require the collective effort of society. Barter, with its limitations, would struggle to facilitate such large-scale initiatives. And what about societal structure and class divisions in a moneyless society? With no universal yardstick of wealth, social status could be determined by the possession of valuable goods or resources. This could deepen societal divisions, with have-nots and haves separated by the tangible assets they possess, rather than abstract wealth. So, in a world devoid of money, economic development would be an entirely different ballgame. It would be shaped by the constraints of barter, the tangible nature of wealth, and the complexities of large-scale cooperation. Economic progress would likely take a very different path. Could innovation thrive in a world without money? It's a question that sparks a lively debate. Some argue that without the financial carrot, technological advancement could come to a grinding halt. After all, money has long been the fuel that powers the engine of innovation. Yet others oppose this view, contending that innovation is not solely driven by financial gain. They point to other powerful motivations, such as the desire to improve our communities or the need to solve pressing problems. Delving into history, we find several instances where innovation blossomed without the allure of monetary reward. Take, for example, the invention of the wheel or the discovery of fire. These pivotal innovations were driven by necessity, not by the prospect of financial gain. So could innovation survive without money? The answer is not clear-cut, but one thing is certain: innovation might just find a way, money or no money. Without money, how would our social interactions and relationships evolve? Let's take a moment to ponder that. In the absence of a monetary system, people may come to rely more heavily on their communities. Cooperation becomes crucial, as individuals must work together to meet their needs. The local farmer, the skilled carpenter, the knowledgeable healer, all become vital contributors to the well-being of the group. In this world, social status and power dynamics would likely shift dramatically. Wealth, traditionally measured by money, would no longer hold sway. Instead, the value of one's skills, knowledge, and contributions to the community might become the new markers of status. Imagine, if you will, a society less obsessed with material possessions and more focused on the value of skills and contributions. A world where your worth is not determined by your bank balance, but by your ability to contribute meaningfully to your community. Our social fabric might be woven quite differently. We've explored a fascinating array of scenarios in a world without money. We've journeyed through the trials and tribulations of daily life where every exchange becomes a barter, delved into the complexities of economic development without a standard unit of value, and glimpsed at the landscape of innovation and invention, unbound by financial constraints. we've also peeled back the layers of social dynamics and relationships, revealing a world where status and power are not defined by monetary wealth. Now I invite you to reflect on the role money plays in your own life. Consider how it shapes your decisions, your relationships, your aspirations. As we wrap up our exploration, let's ponder on this. What is the true value of money in shaping human civilization? Is it merely a tool, a means to an end, or does it hold a deeper, more profound influence on our lives and our world? Could we ever adapt to such a world? Or is money too ingrained in our society? Thank you for joining me on this intriguing exploration. Your perspectives on a world without money are eagerly awaited. Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this intellectual journey, consider subscribing for more. There's plenty to explore and discuss. Next up, we'll delve into another equally fascinating topic. Stay tuned to satiate your curiosity. Remember, the quest for knowledge is unending, and the journey is the reward. Keep questioning, keep exploring. Until next time.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. That's all for Nifty Narration.